Hello and welcome to the podcast From Stress to Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Lolita Guarin, and today's episode 239. And believe it or not, is almost New Year. So happy New Year! Okay, those New Year's resolutions. Let's talk about that. I will be talking a little bit about setting New Year's resolution and how stressful that is, and overall, how do we start New Year's and how to keep ourselves calm, collected, and balanced so we be less stressed out and burn out. How about that? So the mom here, the mom. I wanted to say the number one thing out of three things I want to tell you today how to stress less about the New Year's resolutions is number one. You really need to know what is that you truly want. Yes, I know it's like a no-brainer, isn't it? But now hear me out. A lot of times we set ourselves goals that we think we want or somebody else told us what we want. Like, oh yeah, you should have a Lamborghini by now. Yes, let's work for that. Also, it has to do a lot with your values. hmm And also ask yourself why you want that. If you already set yourself a goal for this new year, let's say go to the gym. Well, you want that, or somebody told you that you need to go to the gym? Maybe you don't need to go to the gym. Maybe you can walk around the block just for change. Ask, do you really want it? Why you want it? It could be that maybe you really feel like you really truly want it. Like, yes, I absolutely want this, but it will bring you what? Maybe that will make you feel look better in front of everybody else. Maybe you want to do that because everybody else is doing that. And also, if we already came from an environment that we have this tendency of not knowing what our values are, we just follow somebody else's, it could be a very tricky question. So sit with that. Ask your why and where you got that idea about that why. Okay, so maybe I talked too much about this, but the second thing, what you need to do with your New Year's resolutions, and that's probably going to be nothing new, but we just neglect this part of the journey. Your success is making a plan. How are we going to do that goal? And cutting in small pieces, small actionable steps. So then we will know what we need to do it, but like every day, every week, or every month, okay? When somebody says, I need to write a book, and they need to think, oh my gosh, I need to write the book, but I don't know I can do that much because it's a whole book and it's a lot. But if you think, I can write a chapter a month, how about 1 page a day? Suddenly it becomes not that bad. Like, well, I can manage this. So think about your goals now after first step, right? You already know what you want, why you want it. Now you cutting into smaller pieces and you committing to, well, to yourself that you're really going to do this. And it could be daunting, the whole process. But here's the good news. Number three, you need to ask for help. You need to ask for help other people because trust me, if you already want to do this, somebody else already done it. I probably would assume. Okay. Ask for help. And even nobody have done it. Maybe you're working on a project and you think, just let's just say a book, right? You're like, I'm gonna write the best book ever. There are a lot of pieces that comes usually to the different projects. So you can ask for help or you can delegate or you hire somebody with the specific things that you need to do in order to achieve that goal. It doesn't mean that you have to do the whole thing. Well, of course, if let's say somebody can say, well, I'm trying to get in a better shape. How is that? I cannot delegate somebody to slim me up. True, but you can ask for help and you can hire someone who can be a very good coach and a trainer and nutritionist and all kinds of stuff that really comes to you for all of that process for you to achieve your goal. So it's always good to have help. More than that, if let's say, well, I'm an artist, I paint, nobody's going to do it for me. No, I want anybody to do this for me. True to that too. But how about if you will surround yourself with people who actually paint as well? How about you will have once a week gathering and you all come to the same place and you all just sit and paint for 3 hours? It does helping you to achieve your goal, right? Because it tells you to sit down and actually do it. Especially if, when it comes to projects and creating something new, we need inspiration. And even the same thing like running around the block. Inspiration can run out. Was it on the second week on Friday or something like that? So we need that inspiration. We need help. Yes, we do. Because remember how the last year's New Year's resolutions went? How many of those did you do? Just saying. So don't forget to ask for help. Don't forget to make it in smaller pieces. And then this the last thing. It's probably number 4 now, or bonus one. How about you tell yourself that you will reward yourself after a big milestone, okay? So you have your project, you know what you're going to do, you have some things down the road that you can measure, and you know that you measured this. And this is how you know that you're actually moving towards achieving that goal, all 100%. So when you arrive to that milestone, reward yourself and decide right now how you're going to reward that. What you're going to give it to yourself. Is it something that you like doing it? Then do that. Because when we just keep going and going, especially if it's a longer process, it can get daunting. Like, oh my gosh, I don't see the result. And you can lose this inspiration. But if you are celebrating yourself and you're looking forward to receiving that gift that you are going to give yourself on that milestone, it will help you to move forward. And I think that's another thing that all of us, when we grow up and not getting enough of affirmations and not enough validation, celebration, and saying, "Yay, good job," we all want to hear that, right? We all want to be celebrated. So give this to yourself. And I specifically talk to those who roll their eyes the moment when I said you need to give yourself a gift on every milestone. Yeah, specifically you. Because that's mean that you did grow up in an environment that celebrating yourself was a no-no. So that's mean you need to work extra hard to celebrate yourself. Can you do that for yourself and for those around you? Be inspiration that you can actually go and achieve things and give yourself help and ask for help and be there for yourself. Let's do this. Let's do New Year differently. Because as you know, things change. And the change is good. Depends how you look at it. Because I believe change happens only 2 ways. One, when you're inspired to change, and number 2, when you're so in pain that you have to change. So which one is going to be for you? Let's make this new year an amazing year. I hope you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. It's been quite a year. And I'm looking forward to the next year. And I'm wondering what you will come up with. So see you in the new year.